As Kate said, my name is Brianna Huber, and I think to start the session, we're just going to give a little bit of information about our backgrounds. So who I am, what I'm about, how I got here. And so as Kate mentioned, I'm going to actually talk about two jobs that I hold. So the first is that I just launched an international nonprofit that focuses on women in the water industry. It's called Her2O. And our vision, as Kate said, is women equitably involved in water management in every corner of the globe. And so basically we are looking to better understand women in the water industry and their relationship to water. And when I say women in the water industry, I mean paid and unpaid work. So it's not just people like me who are employed by a utility, but people who are fetching water and doing all the other things associated with water and waste management as well. And so we want to better understand the roles that women are fulfilling and then help to remove the barriers that are preventing women's participation in water management. And so that is a very new organization. I just launched it about a month ago. But my day job is as a chemist for a municipal water utility in a little town called East Moline. It's in the state of Illinois. Who's heard of Illinois? A few of you? Good, yeah. It's in the Midwest. We're corn country. We have lots of corn in Illinois. So I'm a chemist, and I'm also the assistant director of the utility. So I'm as well a manager. And as a chemist, my role is primarily to make sure that we're providing good quality water. So I'm looking at all the scientific aspects of water quality. And so that means I do a lot of water quality testing, laboratory testing. I'm calibrating instrumentation to make sure that our instruments are performing like they're supposed to. I'm making chemical dosage adjustments based on the laboratory tests that I'm running. I also do laboratory inspections, or I should say I prepare for laboratory inspections, because in the United States, our laboratories that are stationed within utilities are certified by the Department of Public Health. And so I prepare for those certifications that they bring us to. I train other people, so I train other lab analysts. And then I also do things like quality control, which I'm sure all of you are familiar with as well. And then in my role as the assistant director, that's all the management stuff. So that is overseeing employees, overseeing scheduling, ensuring that we are meeting the EPA's requirements, Environmental Protection Agency, if you guys are not familiar with that, and one who's a smooth talker, we should say. And so, so that is kind of what I do. I also oversee the internship program that we have at the City Water Department, and our outreach program. We go out and we do outreach to children of all ages, so grade school through high school. And then I also participate in several committees and coalitions. So I have a lot of job duties, but that's okay because I love what I do. So that's kind of, I think that's them. That's what I do. We also were asked to speak a little bit about our education, so our background and prior work experience that might have led us to this position. And so I have a bachelor's degree in biology, and I have a master's degree in health science, which is public health. And I'm working on a master's of business administration, so getting a little bit more of the management aspect of it. Hopefully when my boss retires, I can take over for him. Yeah, just jump right in, smooth sailing. Yes, exactly. And then previously, so I worked in a public health department previously, and that was probably my first introduction to water. I'm curious, how many of you guys actually work in water right now? Show of hands. A couple of you. Did you choose the water industry, or did it choose you? You chose it? Did you choose it? Okay, so in the US, very frequently, water chooses us. So I would have never in a million years put myself as working in a water utility. I was more of a white-collar, female-dominated industry background. I worked in a medical laboratory for several years, and then I worked in a public health department for several years. And I actually took this job out of pure desperation. I was in a job that I was not very happy in. It was kind of soul-sucking, you know. and it was taking a toll on me. And so I was looking for something else, and this job opportunity popped up. So I applied on a whim, never thought I would get it, but I did. And so I took the job, and I spent the first couple months in knots. You know, it was my first job in a male-dominated industry, first job in such an industrial setting, first job as a manager, and now I'm here. I'm the only female. I have to tell all these males what to do. You can imagine how that could feel, right? It's a big learning curve. But what happened is that I fell in love with the water industry. It's so diverse. You guys know that. It's so cool. It's so broad. It's needed everywhere. And so while my previous experience might not have been like a very direct path into the water industry, I have zero doubt in my mind that this is where I'm supposed to be. So, all right. Thank you.